I am Stacey, the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for returning if you are a frequent flyer. And if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. I am doing a weekly card reading with a tarot card, an oracle card, and a feather. How fitting, as I am the Black Feather Intuitive. I enjoy playing around with different modalities, and feathers is one of them. So if you've never seen it done before, here it is today. How's your week been? Hopefully last week brought you all the success that you were looking for. This week, let's see what our Divine Dream Team has to say to us. Take a moment now, just take a couple of nice deep low belly breaths. And I'm going to call in Divine Spirit, Mother Earth, powers that be in the universe, my Divine Dream Team, and all of your Divine Dream Teams to come into this space today to give us exactly what it is that we need to learn and grow for our highest and best selves this week with a loving heart and a gentle tongue. We ask that all messages and information that you have for us be delivered clearly and concisely and be very specific to what it is that we are supposed to do. Let the messages be tangible and verifiable so we know exactly what it is that you, Divine Dream Team, are trying to convey to all of us here. We ask this with such love and gratitude in our hearts. And our dream teams, of course, we invite in the archangels, all the ascended masters, highest guides, creature teachers, elementals, loved ones in spirit. All are welcome who are 100% of the divine white light. Come on in and give us some messages for this week. All right, so I've been using the Shadowscapes Tarot for the last couple of weeks, and today we are going to use the Tarot of Dreams. I am feeling called to get a different energy, a different message, and this one is the one that just really popped out to me. So let's see what they have to say to us. Empress. This is a card of nurturing. What are you doing to nurture yourself this week? Whatever your plans, dreams, desires, goals are, whatever is on your to-do list, top on that list needs to be you, self-care. Also, who are you nurturing? So yes, we always need to nurture ourselves, because if we don't nurture ourselves, we have nothing left to give anybody else, right? Maybe there's someone that needs some nurturing in your life. Maybe your partner. Maybe you guys have just gotten so busy in the doing of life. Life happens while you're busy making plans. Maybe it's a need to do a date night. Maybe it's a sit down and let's have a conversation night. Maybe it's an all about you night instead of all about me and how can I give back to you. Maybe the nurturing comes in the form of a fur baby or a human baby, a human child. How can you work on your nurturing of yourself and nurturing of others? I'm really feeling like the messages here, when I look at this, it's plentiful, harvest plentiful. And I'm feeling like oftentimes we get caught up in feeling like there isn't enough. Feeling like I got to get my piece of the pie and I got to hang on to it for dear life because there's not enough to go around. And I'm really feeling like the message this week is to remind yourself that there's plenty to go around. Absolutely plenty to go around for you. Give more. When we are in the spirit of giving, we are more open to receiving. So give away knowing that you are going to receive tenfold, and be open to receiving that gratitude, that guidance. Receive that nurturing from others. It's all about nurturing this week. So that's our tarot reading. And we're going to do Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers deck today. Sending some love to the archangels this week. The last couple weeks have been the Ascended Masters, and of course I love them all. But they always tell me what cards I'm supposed to pull from. Always paying attention. And this one, actually, I'm going to do two because this one is calling to me as well. So let's see what the messages for us are this week. What have we got? Loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. So the message here is tune in. So loved one in heaven, it could be someone who has passed, but it can also be your dream team trying to talk to you. So what are you doing to listen to your inner voice? What are you doing to listen to your inner guidance as you are stepping into a week of nurturing? How are you nurturing yourself? How are you nurturing others? And who is there to support you? Loved one in heaven. Your dream team is always around you. Sometimes, we all tick in different ways. How do you tick? For me, I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairsentient. So I feel things and see things. And I feel things often in the physical. I will get a lot of tinglies in my body. I will get sensations in my body. I will feel cold, I'll feel hot, I'll feel pain when I'm tuning into someone else's energy. So I feel things. When a loved one in spirit is around me, when an angel is around me, I feel it in different ways. Not everybody is a feeler. Some people hear messages and guidance. They don't see or feel anything. They hear. Some people, it's all about the vision. They can see things out of the corner of their eye. Sometimes they close their eyes and they can see things. Sometimes it comes through visions and dreams. Other people, they just start telling a story. And they don't know where the story comes from, but whoever they're talking to, whoever they're telling the story with is like, So how are you listening? How are you receiving your information from the loved ones in spirit? Because they want to come and help you with your nurturing this week. So don't forget to ask. Don't forget to tune in. And then I got the second card. Oh, love it. Take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. So this is really going to that nurturing and that self-care. And who, I'm feeling called to talk about who in your life isn't serving you. Yeah, it's easy to say, okay, I'm doing too much. I've got too much on my plate. I can cut back this or I can cut back that. But it's a lot harder when you're having to cut back from or cut out of your life a person. And people are in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And sometimes people can be toxic to us. And it's important for us to, when we are giving ourselves nurturing and self-care, it's important for us to know who in our circle, who we keep around us, is supporting that nurturing and that self-love and self-care, and who is taking from it, who is no longer serving your highest and best. So I feel like that's a really strong message. Take a look this week at who is not on your team, who is not really playing on your team, and supporting your path and your purpose and wanting what's best for you. Take a look at that. I feel like your divine dream team will help you with that. All right, let's see what the feather has to say. Well, this one is just screaming at me. Transformation. So how can we apply all of this, and how does transformation work fall into this? When you are paying more attention to yourself and your needs, and your cup is filling, it's full, and you have more to give, suddenly you have clarity. And you say, so who do I want to give to? Versus I'm just going to give to everybody. Or maybe I'm going to give to the people who don't receive it or don't want it. Or maybe I'm giving it to the people who are receiving it, and it feels wonderful to be able to do that and to feel fulfilled knowing that what I have to offer is of value to somebody else, and they're receiving, and therefore I'm getting something out of it as well. There's a healthy exchange of energy. Anything that is not serving you any longer needs to go by the wayside, which means transformation. Whenever you release something, you create room for something new, and in that is a transformation. Some transformations are big, some transformations are not so big. This is not I don't feel that this is a phoenix transformation for you guys this week. I'm feeling more like this is the little transformations. Seeing when you remove something or someone who is not serving you, and you create that space. Maybe you sit in that space that you now have. What is it that you'd like to fill with that space? Who would you like to fill with that space? What type of person would you like to be in your life? That is transformational. When you can take a look at that, ask those questions and say, okay, universe, I'm open to something that is for my highest and best. Bring it on. That is transformational. That's little changes. That's little transformation. There are other big, big transformations, the full phoenix, where, the whole life kind of gets turned upside down and then you have to start from scratch. Not feeling like that's the message here. It's more about paying attention to the little transformations. And they're also saying acknowledge yourself for the success that you have in those little transformations. Don't forget to pat yourselves on the back, because little transformations lead to the bigger, more powerful, transformative experiences. And that's ultimately what is going to get us to our highest and best. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Can't wait to see you next week and see what the Divine Dream Team comes in for this week. I think it's October 22nd today. So really enjoy your week. Have a great one out there. If there's anything I can do for you, reach out. Website, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. Facebook page, The Black Feather Intuitive. Lots of interesting services there. Great ways for us to connect. If you'd like to make a personal connection, you've got a question that you would like to explore, an issue that you'd like more guidance and clarity on, I'm your girl. Give me a call. Would love to connect that way. Take care. Have a great week, guys. See you later.